What's good? Welcome into Titans Today. I'm Abby Alonzo, and yep, we're talking wide receivers since no one else seems to want to do that in the front office. We're going to talk about wide receivers and what they should do. But before we do, you know the drill. Go down and hit that sub button. It's just going to ramp up from here. We're 3 weeks out from the draft. Rumors are about to skyrocket. The news, the meetings. If you want to know everything going on, hit the sub button and turn those noties on so you don't miss a beat. Alrighty, let's take a look at the current state of the Titans wide receiver room. Treylon Burks, we're waiting on him to flash. We missed it the first year. We're crossing our fingers that he has the second year everybody's been waiting for. He's absolutely got the potential if he can avoid the injuries this second season. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, a depth player here, not too much of a flashy superstar. Good to have the depth. They brought him back for that reason. Kyle Philips, another one that was injured in year one, looking for him to kind of fill that slot role. Should be able to do it pretty well. Again, if he can avoid injuries. We know this is a common occurrence for the Titans. And a lot of the fate of this team relies on whether these guys can stay healthy. But you know what else would help this team? Bringing in another receiver, and not just a depth receiver, but a superstar receiver. You can find those in the draft. Starting off with Quentin Johnson. This one is probably the best receiver in this draft class. He's compared to Dez Bryant or T. Higgins quite often. He's got some more slot reps this year, but he mainly plays on that outside, which is good to pair with Treylon Burks. Mike Vrabel has said they're looking for somebody who can play on the outside. He had 8.9 yards after the catch, which is awesome. 19 forced missed tackles. This is a guy that can win downfield. And like I said, we know that is exactly what Mike Vrabel is looking for. Good stats. Number one receiver in this draft class. Number two, Jordan Addison out of USC. He has the ability to play both inside and outside, and he has. He played slot at Pitt and wide at USC. They're looking for versatility, trying to kind of find who fits this receiver room, how they can slide in, and for a guy to be able to do both, it's great. Bring him in. He had way more deep catches in 2021, but more shorter game this season in 2022. Only 11 games played versus that 14 in 2021. So that's why you see that difference in those numbers. Maybe a little bit of a fall off, but again, 3 games missing from there. He's a little bit smaller, but he's a great athlete. That goes a long way. You see a lot of the guys in the league who don't necessarily have the size or the speed, but they get it done, and he gets it done. He's a great route runner, and it'd probably be exactly why he's the second best wide receiver in the draft class, arguably. So Quentin Johnston, Jordan Addison, those are your 2 guys I just named. We've got a couple more for you, but before I continue on with the list I came up with, name a receiver you want the Titans to draft or maybe even trade for. If you can think of a guy that's already in the league that the Titans would benefit from, let me know in the comments section. If you think they should go out and draft somebody with that number 11 overall pick, let me know. Head down to the comments section and let me have it. Number 3, the third receiver I want to talk about, Jalin Hyatt out of Tennessee, working with Mr. Hendon Hooker for the Vols. He had a 60% contested catch rate, which is super awesome. 20 catches over 20 plus yards. He actually led the nation with that stat. He had a 4.4 second 40 at the combine. He is fast, to say the least. He's got great production and speed. And again, this is a common theme we have heard all offseason that Carthon, Mike Vrabel, they're looking for speed. Jalin Hyatt's got it. Number 4, Josh Downs out of UNC. This is the 4th guy I believe might be of interest to the Titans. Maybe a day 2 guy, depending on what other teams do before the Titans. He's a little bit more similar to Tyler Lockett. I think he's better than people give him credit for. Again, day 2 kind of guy, but worth a little bit more. Might be a sleeper. He's very quick. He's able to create separation, which helps him get down the field. He had 11 deep catches, which explains exactly what I mean when I say he can get separation. He's able to get down the field, and he's a good route runner. 11 games played in 2022, 13 in 2021. Not too much of a difference in those yards or the touch. It had more touchdowns this year, actually. Good production, like I said, a little bit of a sleeper. And finally, got to talk about the Ohio State prospect in Jaxon Smith-Njigba. We've talked about him a couple times already, but I got to bring him back up because I think he could be a very good fit for the Titans. Mike Vrabel has already spoken about him, said that they're interested. They like what he can do. He's a good route runner. He's a good receiver to have. If you're a quarterback, this is the kind of guy you want in your receiver room. He gets open. He's good at route running, and he's able to get open. He's crazy quick. When I say quick, I don't mean fast. I mean quick. Good at agilities kind of thing. Can obviously get open. The only concern that I would have is that hamstring injury that really hindered his production this season. He only played 2 games. I think that's why we have his 2021 stats up, because those are great stats. But he had that hamstring injury in 2022, soft tissue injury. Titans not fans of soft tissue injuries. Hopefully they can overlook that. I think this guy is a good fit. Those are 5 guys that you can draft. But the Titans receiving core is lacking a veteran. And when I say veteran, I don't just mean somebody who's been there before briefly. I mean somebody who's good at their job and has been there before a lot. They don't have a veteran. How do you get a veteran? Well, you trade for one. So maybe the Titans trade for a receiver. I'm going to bring up 2 names. You've heard them both before. DeAndre Hopkins, D-Hop. FanDuel dropped this trade idea, saying that the Titans would give up all kinds of picks for D-Hop. And the reason I'm a little on the fence about this one is because that's a lot to give up for a receiver that he did well. Look, granted, he missed 6 games, I believe, missed the first 6 games for his suspension, and still had great production. Arizona was kind of in shambles this season, but that's not his fault. He did his part, essentially. I think he's still got that production, but you have to question it, especially if you're the Titans. Do you bring in a receiver, a veteran receiver, who's going to cost literally a 2023 first-round pick, a 2023 second-round pick, a 2023 fifth-round pick, and a 2024 first-round pick just to get D-Hop and a 2023 first-round pick? That's a lot. That's a heavy asking price, especially for a team that really needs to rebuild not just the receiver room, but your O-line and a little bit of your pass defense. And who knows what happens at quarterback? This is a big ask. So who says no, FanDuel? You're asking me. I would say no. But you guys let me know what you would think, or what you think. Do you like the trade deal? Type Y for yes. Type N for no. Again, elaborate in that comment section. I love hearing y'all's opinion, y'all's explanations for everything. Sometimes you bring things to light that I didn't even realize. So let me know in the comment section, do you like the trade deal for D-Hop? The next receiver that could be a future Titan, maybe, fingers crossed, is Brandon Aiyuk. 49ers haven't come out and said, yeah, we're shopping him. They actually kind of said, we're not really shopping him right now, but you can still talk about it. You can still wish for it. Brandon Aiyuk is on the rise. He's on the come up. He is producing. He is getting better. He's got a lot of qualities that the Titans could benefit from. He would lead the receiver room. Again, he's not somebody you would really question on whether he could still produce or whether he's on the downside of his career. He is clearly on the upside. He was a part of a great offense in San Francisco that went through quite a few challenges this past season, still had great production, 1,000 yards. This is somebody that you want on your team. I think he plays hard. He is a little bit smaller, but he doesn't play that way. He plays big. He's used all over the field. He's a good route runner. He's got good hands. He's got yards after the catch. I mean, he's really got everything you could want as a Titans fan for your receiver room. Pair him with Treylon Burks, and you might have something going on if Treylon Burks can stay healthy on that offense. Granted, whoever's under center. We got a lot of questions to answer, but you know what? I think Brandon Aiyuk would be a good move regardless of those questions. Either way, whether you trade or you draft, you got to do something. It is non-negotiable. You cannot leave this receiver room the way that it is. And as much as you wish you could and just move on to dealing with the quarterback questions or bolstering the O-line even more or fixing the worst pass defense in the league, you can't. You have to address it. It is one of the biggest needs. And if you don't address it, you're going to have a very mid-season, if not bad season. But something's got to happen, and it's got to happen within probably the next 3 weeks, either within the draft or a trade. Do something. I don't know what it is. I don't care what it is at this point. Please do something. I'm tired of talking about the rumors. Get it done. Alrighty. Thank you for watching. We love y'all watching. We love hearing from y'all in the comment section, and I will be sure to keep you updated on all things trades, draft, rumors, whatever you want. Let me know. I got it coming your way. We'll see y'all soon.